fire.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, let's get a clap.
Yeah.
Nice. You got that audio guy? Last time Nate Diaz did my audio, half of it didn't record.
Oh, yeah.
And
I bet.
I had to use the camera audio, and we sounded like robots.
Mm.
But it's my second highest viewed podcast, so.
Wow.
I know.
We just
People
love
Nate Diaz.
People
What do
love-
you think about Nate Diaz? Honestly.
I love Nate,
do?
but sometimes I'm allergic to him.
Right.
Yeah.
Like he can be a little bit too much.
Too much. Yeah. I did a whole tour with him.
Did you actually?
Yeah. By the way, my name's Karen Espinosa. A lot of people don't know me.
No, I think probably most people who are going to watch this probably know you.
Si me conocen es por Latinoamérica, si no.
Can you go ahead? So my podcast is called Never Had a Bad Day. Can you
Okay.
go ahead and just welcome us to the Never Had a Bad Day
Oh.
podcast in Spanish,
Yes. Oh, never had a bad day. How do you even say that in Spanish? Nunca he tenido un día malo.
maybe? Ooh, I
Hola
like
a todos,
that.
bienvenidos. Es Karen Espinosa aquí y bienvenidos a este podcast llamado Nunca he tenido un mal día.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
But next time I have you on, I'll know that, so I
Yeah,
can
but
do
you
that.
can. You're Spanish too, though. You're Puerto
Well, yeah, I'm an honorary Boricua.
Rican.
But here's the thing. I just did a podcast with, we talked about it on the one I did with Nate, and then I just did one with Tommy Royale too. And I keep bringing it up that I am an honorary Boricua, but the people who kind of gave me that status said it's going to be revoked soon if I don't go back to the island.
You have to go.
Yeah.
I go at least 3 times a year there, and
Really?
I'm not Puerto Rican. I'm Dominican.
Really?
Yeah, I'm Dominican.
No
Although I
way.
don't look Dominican and I don't have the accent as much.
Right.
Only when I'm mad.
Oh,
if I'm
that's
mad, it comes out.
Right,
But
right,
when
right.
I'm not mad, no, you don't know what I'm talking.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
So what would be an example of when you're mad? Is it probably mostly to Danny or
No,
that's her
no.
husband, by the way?
Our relationship, yeah, we're healthy.
Okay.
We're doing fine. Okay,
Like, no,
we're not
fine,
on the
guys,
verge
I
of anything bad.
swear.
We are healthy. We have a baby boy. All is good with our lives.
Amen, praise God.
No, like you know how we are sometimes.
You're
us
passionate.
Women, we're passionate.
Yes.
So if something maybe didn't work out for us, we
You express how you
express
feel
it, or if,
in a passionate way.
yeah, the
Yeah.
coffee's not the right color.
Oh.
We tend to blame the husband instead of the coffee maker. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he catches kind of the full
wrath
force of your wrath.
But it's
Okay.
not bad. I usually recover within 2 hours.
And it's good to get that out. We don't want to keep that kind of stuff in, you know what I mean?
No, it's not good.
And then it
Especially you lead
builds,
worship.
and then- oh, yeah. We
So,
don't want to
yeah.
take that onto the platform with us. You know what I mean?
It's not healthy.
It's not healthy.
But I'm good. I'm healthy.
Okay, praise God. Praise
Thank
God.
you.
I'm glad we just cleared the air, you know what I mean, in case there was any rumors or anything.
All of this started because we were talking about Nate, by
Nate.
the way. Yeah.
And I
yeah.
think it's an important note to take into account that we were talking about him and that's where it went.
Yeah,
So,
and that's how I met you,
yes.
through him,
Through Nate.
through our worship nights,
Yep.
and you
Oh,
were
yeah.
roommates with him, and that's
Yeah.
how I met you.
For 3 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brothers.
Crazy.
Well, thank God he introduced me to you guys because I probably like you guys better than him now.
Same.
But right.
I feel the same way.
Yeah. But he's kind of, you got to keep him around though.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
think it's important.
Right.
We need a passionate chicken nugget like him.
Chicken nugget. Speaking of chicken nuggets, you have the most beautiful son, Luca. He just turned 2.
Yeah, he is not 1. He's 2 years old.
Yeah, I thought he was 1.
Yes.
You know, time's a funny thing. You know what I mean? And you get it.
It takes about almost a year to make them.
That's true.
Yeah.
Did
like
we
9
take
months.
that into account?
No,
wha-
no,
wait,
no,
wait
no.
a second.
No, he's not 2 years and 9 months. He's 2 years.
But why don't we take that into account?
Because
I mean, we don't have.
This is gonna
We don't
go-
want to get political.
This is gonna
here.
go. This is gonna go crazy right now.
All right, we'll bookmark that in our head and talk about it after.
Yeah, later
I
on
never
the next
thought about that.
podcast.
Yeah. That's crazy. He's amazing. How has it been like? I feel like every time I talk to a mom, it just like or parents in general, it just changes like your whole perspective on life when you have a
Yeah.
kid. Especially for somebody like you, I'm curious like you're on the road so much. Like, obviously you have this amazing career as an artist, and some say she's the next hot thing in Latin America, but
Nate?
I told you.
Nate says that?
Oh yeah, Nate's probably your biggest fan.
Yeah, he supports our...
How is that, having obviously such a young child and being a mother, and also, you know, having this career, being on the road so much?
Yeah.
How is that?
I think at the beginning, even pre-baby, I was struggling because I did want a baby, but I think I was struggling with, well, if I do, then I'm not gonna be able to do the things that I love to do with music and continue. And I was fresh off, you know, being a part of a group for so long, and then all of a sudden I'm not part of this group and I'm doing things on my own. And that's the same time I was doing a whole entire tour with Nate. So I was just like, I think it's just going to be so difficult, because then it's going to be just so hard, and maybe I'm just going to have to stop and just stay home and not travel, because we live such different lives.
Right.
And I think that at the end of it all, I felt so much peace from the Lord to do so. And I started asking people. I think one of the few people I asked was Abby Gamboa. I asked her, I'm like, because she had a baby already, and I asked her because I'm like, is it possible to still do the things that you love while having a baby? And if anything, it actually motivates me to continue to do it, and do it even better, because now I'm doing it not only for myself, not only for my husband, but I'm also doing it for my son.
Wow.
And I think it's just so beautiful when you think about it like that. And it took a while for me to kind of just come to the acceptance, like, you can still do ministry, you could travel. It looks different, you know what I mean? But like, it's still such a beautiful thing, honestly.
Yeah. I think that's so encouraging, because I think a lot of times people, even myself, like, with just kind of how crazy life can be, whether you're a touring artist or you just, you know, work a corporate job, either or, how much people think like, oh, well, I can't do the things that like I want to do or whatever. I feel like oftentimes can be a misconception, because you still definitely can, and you're a beautiful example of that. It just maybe looks a little different. You know?
And that's fine. You know, sometimes we all create this idea of what things should look like, what a family should look like. They should be in school, and they should do this, and they should do that, and like, you know, the family dynamic should be this way.
Yep.
But I've understood that it doesn't. You know what I mean? Everyone's lives is just different, and you know, the Lord chose us for ministry. We did not plan for this. I never said, oh, I want to be an artist and I want to travel. Like, that never came out of my mouth. Right. It was something that the Lord truly had. You know, I wanted to be a psychologist.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, I literally wanted to help people, be a marriage and family therapist, call it a day, work here. I hate planes. I hate, like, you know, and I think it was just like such a switch, a 180 in my life, and it truly was the Lord.
Wow.
You know?
That's I feel like something I hear a lot too, is like, I didn't plan for this, I never envisioned this. Even the fact that you're like, I hate planes, and you're probably on one every week, especially international flights and all that stuff. So I think it's just so cool to hear people's journeys and stories. And like you mentioned earlier, maybe there is some people that don't know who you are. We got this rooster crowing in the back here.
We're in Florida, by the way.
Yeah,
we're in Florida.
We're in the beautiful, sunny place of West Palm Beach right now. And if you hear little palm trees in the wind,
it's part of the experience.
It's part of the experience.
Like, subscribe.
We're really out here doing this thing. I think it's a great vibe. Anyway, so maybe just a little bit about your backstory. I know you said you're Dominican. Nate told me that your parents were rice farmers. Is that right?
Please tell me you're joking.
We woke up this morning and he was like, dude, just say her parents are rice farmers at the beginning.
Yeah, they are.
And so that's kind of where you learned your work ethic and
well,
things
they were
like
not
that.
rice farmers. My dad's a doctor.
No way. See,
and
once
my
again,
mom is also an artist.
No way.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
so is that where you get kind of like the
I guess the
music
musical,
inspiration?
yes. Yeah,
Oh,
my
wow.
mom has always been an artist since I could remember. She was actually in the secular, she was part of this like huge band called Las Chicas del Can, which was
What
like
does that mean?
it's like a super, it's like just, it was a girl band,
Like
all
just-
girl band.
Right.
And they would just travel all over the world, and she was super popular there.
No
And she
way.
accepts Jesus in her heart and decides to do like Christian music only. And she starts traveling, and she was at her peak, and I would just travel with her, and yeah, that was a whole thing. That was a whole life.
So how? So I guess then that kind of makes sense too with Luca. It's like you kind of were Luca in
Yeah.
a sense.
Yeah,
So you kind of understand
yeah,
what that life is like.
yeah, and also like, hey, like, and that's why I'm super careful with that, just because, you know, I grew up and I loved watching my mom do her thing, but there were things that I saw that I'm like, oh, I don't. I think maybe that's why when I think about it, maybe that's why I didn't want to do music or pursue it, just because there were just things I saw, you know, when it comes to the spirit of, you know, religion and you know, legalism, and you can't do this and you can't do that, and I saw her having to always like try to fix herself for that I said I don't want to be a part of that, you know, like take off your earrings, do this, do that, or people just judging her just for the way she worshipped, and I'm like, I don't want to be judged. I don't
Right.
want to be like persecuted,
Right,
you know. And I
right.
saw things that I'm like, if this is the way Christian people are with other Christians, I don't know. I
Oh,
can't.
yeah, I
I
don't
can't
know.
do it. And so that's
Right.
why I like ran. I was in the other side running from it because, you know, I loved it. And I also thought like, oh, the Lord called her to do that. There's just no way he's going to call me. He's going to call somebody else. There's just no way I'm going to be chosen to do any of these things. And so
Right.
that's why I kind of ran from it. But yeah, she's an artist. Dad's a doctor.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
crazy. So talk to me a little bit about the legalism thing, because I feel like that's kind of a theme as I've talked to Nate and some other people about maybe the spaces that you guys are in. What's kind of been your experience with that?
Yeah, I think it was difficult a little bit just because I grew up mostly in like New York, New Jersey,
Okay.
and which also Nate too,
Yeah.
around that area, Delaware,
Northeast, yeah.
Northeast. And so there were just things that you couldn't do. I mean, at least personally for me, like, you know, some of these churches, you had to wear your skirts, and there's nothing, hey, if you do that, no, there's no problem.
Yeah,
But
no shit.
it was like, I remember one night, my mom went to this event, and she would put me to speak. She'd like, come
No
on, just say a
way.
few words. Just say a few words. I was never like the singer. I was more like the preacher.
No way.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy.
So I remember I went up, but I had jeans on.
Oh.
Yeah. And a lady approached me afterwards and said, I can't believe, like, I felt the Lord through you, but, like, I can't believe it because you're wearing jeans.
She
And,
was
like,
shocked.
Yeah,
that-
she was so shocked that, like, she was touched by what I said because I was wearing jeans, though. She didn't understand it.
Whoa.
And those things kind of just marked me like, oh, this is the reality of things. And
Right.
even now, like, as an artist, you know, sometimes you'll see in the comments, like, why is your hair colored? Or
Oh, wow.
why are you not wearing a skirt? Or, you know, your makeup, this, that. And you turn, like, at some point, like, you just shut it off and just
Yeah.
say, like, what does the Lord say about me at this point? Because
Right.
it's normal. It's part of the process. But I did grow up seeing a lot of that growing up, you know?
Wow.
And it's like, no, you cannot, like, if you wear jeans, like, even if you wear a long shirt over it, like, it's still jeans, and, like, they're not going to receive you well, and they're not going to do this. Like, my mom would show up to places, and she had makeup on, and they're like, you need to take some of that makeup off. Or
No
so
way.
that's why I kind of, like, ran a little bit from it, because I'm
Yeah.
like, why are they doing this? Like, I know her. I know my mom. She's
Right.
not a bad person. She
Right.
loves the Lord with all of her hearts. Like, I grew up with her waking us up at 7 a.m. because she was praying and, you know, playing her shofar, bro.
Whoa. No way.
At 7 a.m. she's like, we all go to worship the Lord on a Saturday. You know what I
Wow.
mean? So, like, I grew up with this she had even a room for the Lord set up. We all had our rooms, and the Lord had his room. Like,
Wow.
she was very intentional with, like, I want this house to be a house that serves the Lord.
Yep.
You know, and so that's why I'm like, I know her. She's not a bad person. Like, why do you treat her like this? But
yeah.
the way she handled it every single time and how she truly just gave it her all, and she still continues to do that, kind of just taught me on like, okay, she's like Jesus. I
Yeah.
want to be like that. And so yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Even still, it sounds like to this day, like even you getting comments and stuff. If you had to like, if you got to sit down with some of those people and just say something to them, what do you think you would say to them? What do you think that Christ would want you to say to them, maybe?
That's a good way to say it. No, honestly, I've never asked myself that. Like, but I feel like I would still want to do what Jesus would do. I would still love on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would still love on them. I would show them what it looks like to love someone, even if you have differences on how you view things.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine if we have different ways that we view things differently. That's okay. But I'm still gonna choose to love you, because at the end of the day, you're still my brother and sister in Christ.
Right.
Like, I can't hate you just because you talk bad about me. Like, okay, that's fine. And I've said it before. Like, hey, it's fine if you maybe don't like the way I sing, or if I'm doing this or that. Like, you have your taste. I have my taste too in certain genres, music and all that stuff. So that's fine. But it's just how you choose to handle. Yeah. What if you don't like someone? There's no reason why you should go on their page and start saying you're a sinner.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm like
personal attacks.
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
just because of the way you look.
At first, to be honest, it was affecting me. I think when I started out with Maverick, and that's how I met Nate. At first, when I saw those comments, I'd be like, why? Like, but I'm not doing anything bad. Like, why don't you like the way I sing? And that kind of just fed into like a lot of my insecurities. Like, I don't sing so good, or I can't do runs. Like, I can't do this. Like, maybe they're right. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. When I first started doing the music with Maverick. And then I think after, I'm like, actually, when I found out, like, when I discovered truly my identity and who I am as a worship leader, I said, oh, it's fine. And now it's just actually laugh at it. Makes me laugh more than anything.
Oh, for sure. Yes. It is sad. I mean, I'm reading 1 Corinthians right now, and in chapter 5, Paul is kind of addressing the church, and he says, if you, as brothers and sisters in Christ, have offense that you can't take care of, then you've already been defeated, which is crazy. Like, the amount of weight he puts on unity. And I feel like it's something so, I don't want to say like prevalent in today's day and age, because disunity's always been a thing. But maybe we see it more today because of social media, and like you're able to just say whatever to anybody in the comments or DMs or whatever. So it is tough, because I feel like it can be such a hindrance, like you were kind of saying with that lady who came up to you when you were wearing the jeans. It's like, no, you actually have a message from the Lord, and you're speaking from your heart, and you're gonna let what I'm wearing get in the way of what the Lord's trying to speak maybe to you. So yeah,
and I think that would happen to me a lot. I would
yeah, that definitely just felt the raindrop.
I think it's raining.
Fine. They're fine. The cameras are good.
Is it raining? Okay.
No.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's just a cloud.
Yeah, we're good. We're in Florida. This will last for 2 seconds.
It starts pouring.
It starts pouring. It is getting a little heavy.
We get a tropical storm update.
That can happen. Yeah.
Okay.
If you're good with it,
I'm fine.
Those things are fine. They blow up. The cameras explode. I know Nate's probably going to go inside. His curls are going to get messed up.
Yeah,
you know?
He can't. Yeah. He's not a true missionary.
He's not a true missionary.
Like me.
That's right. Yeah. You're down to weather the storm here.
100%, no matter how I end up looking in this video.
Right. It's not about us.
We get AI, if anything.
That's right. This AI stuff, man, it's out of control. Okay, so I want to go back to, so you were kind of saying with your mom, going from secular to Christian music, doing her thing. Yeah. You were kind of living in that with her, and you kind of were like, maybe I don't want to be a part of this. Kind of started going your own direction. You said maybe something about like psychology and whatever. Yeah. What was kind of like the turning point for you to be like, oh, I actually think I do want to do worship and sing and that
Yeah.
kind of thing?
It was actually really sweet. It was in December of 2019. So actually, earlier that year, January 2019, my mom gives me a call and she's like, "Hey, like I had this dream about you, and in this dream, you know, I went to this event and in this worship night, and there were so many people in this worship night, and they were all worshiping, and I'm trying to see who's singing, you know." And she said, and when I looked up and I saw you leading worship, and everyone was there worshiping with your songs. And I really truly respect my mom. I truly believe the Lord uses her. But at that moment, I was like, "Mom, that's really sweet. I think this is your dream for me, but I don't think this is something that I see for myself. I don't think it's impossible." And so it was just funny. We left it at that. She's like, "Okay, yeah." We left it at that. And then fast forward to December of 2019. Actually get married November 2019. And then December, we go to this conference called Jesus Image in Orlando. And there's just so many people. There were thousands of people there. And I was all the way in the back. And I was, there during the ministering part, I was like in the floor crying like a baby. And I'm just being filled with the Lord. And I'm just crying and crying and crying. And I remember like I could just feel the Lord ask me at that moment, like, "Do you say yes to me?"
Wow.
And I had no idea, like, if I was going crazy, what was going on. Like, I don't think I've had such a close up crazy encounter like this, where I could really feel like I'm just talking to the Lord. And I said, I questioned it, like to what, what is this? And again, I could hear, like, "Do you say yes?" And I'm like crying, telling the Lord, I love you, whatever, like a baby. And I'm like, I don't know what it is he's asking for, but yes, like whatever it is, you know. And at that moment, I felt like the Lord asked me, like, "Open your eyes and look ahead." And when I opened my eyes, it was the craziest thing because I could see myself on that stage during ministering, while they were worshiping, and I start bawling even more like a baby, bro. Like, it was so bad. And I'm like, but at that very moment, I doubted it. I was like, but I don't know. I said, "I don't know anyone, Lord. And like, no one knows me." Like, I didn't have any songs out. Like, I wasn't pursuing a musical career. Like, I graduated with my bachelor's in psychology, was working a bit, and then I was going to go back for my master's to become a psychologist. And so that wasn't in the plans. And so, like, I didn't know anybody. I didn't have really much connections with people. And so, again, I heard that voice say, like, "But you say yes." And I said yes. I got up, like, after crying, and I looked at Dane, and I'm so happy to this day that I was able to do that, because I looked at him and I said, "Hey, like, I just had an encounter with Jesus, and he told me I'm doing music, and something's gonna happen next year," and yeah. And he looked at me, he's like, "Well, I believe it." And I said, "Bro, I literally said, something's gonna happen next year, 2020, like, something's gonna happen," which it did. Yes, a lot happened, actually. But I felt like for a lot of people, 2020 was really difficult, and they felt stuck, and they felt like they couldn't do much. For me, like, a lot of things did happen, and it was just so sad to see the whole situation with COVID. But like, I was able to start this entire new path, journey, you know, life that the Lord was taking me, and he was doing it. As soon as I said yes, he was just pushing through and making it happen. And that's how I really got connected. The month later, someone sends me like an application, like a email or something about Maverick, and that they're doing a writing camp. And I said, "Oh, okay." She's like, my friend's like, you need to send this, like, you need to be a part of this. And I said, "Oh, I don't know." And I felt like, no, you need to be a part of this. Like, my friend said, "You need to be a part of this." And I did, and I showed up. I got invited to their camp, their writing camp, and then that's where everything really started. I started writing music, and I didn't think much of it. I thought the most that would happen was, like, I'm going to write music, and then I'm going to bring it to my church, my local church, teach them, show them, and continue my life. And no, it was completely something different. It was music. Like, actually, I'm taking you to the nations type of vibe.
That is
type of
type
life.
of vibe. type of vibe.
Yeah.
Holy cow,
Yeah,
that's
which is
crazy.
And the crazy part about it is that I always said, okay, well, if he's gonna use me, it's gonna be English, because at that time I wasn't really doing much Spanish. Like I
Right.
wasn't really like as involved, I guess. Maybe I was, but not like. I felt like if the Lord's gonna call me, it's gonna be English.
Yeah.
But I understand why he called me to Spanish. I feel like there was such a huge lack in the Spanish community for the type of sound that I bring or whatever. When I felt like I wasn't qualified for it, I like told the Lord, but I'm not qualified for it. But my Spanish is not perfect. But
Right.
I always put like 20 million buts to the Lord,
Yeah.
Jesus. And no, it was like, no, like I'm gonna qualify you for this, and you're
Wow.
gonna do it. And so yeah.
That's crazy. It's
Yeah.
like reminds me of like Moses when he's coming up with all the excuses.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
not a good speaker, blah blah blah. And I feel like oftentimes we can do that to ourselves. Like we get this call from the Lord, and then we just start listing off everything why that just makes no sense and why I'm not the person for the job. You know what I mean? And then fast forward, 5 years later, and look, I mean, at what the Lord's done through you and to so many communities and nations. And so would you say when you started with Mav, is that kind of where maybe your heart for like Latin America and even Spanish speaking people in America do you think that's where it kind of like came from, or the Lord started developing in you
I
a
feel
little
like
bit?
the Lord was truly, and even with Danny, we kind of said no to Spanish to Latin America in our hearts because of just how how I was talking, how I grew up and
Right,
seeing it
right.
and all that stuff. And I just was connected a little bit more with the English side, with music, with all that stuff. But I think that when I started to write for Maverick, Musica, like the Spanish side, and then I started to kind of just learn a little bit more about the culture and see the people and worship with people. And I kind of started to grow that, like, oh, Lord, you truly love Latin America. Like, and how can I, like, if you're giving me this, like, how can I take care of it
Right.
to the best of my ability, And I love it now. Like, I was just in Mexico last week. For the first time I went to Ciudad de Mexico. Mexico City,
Yep.
guys. Sorry,
No,
guys.
you're good.
Mexico City. Ciudad de Mexico.
Yeah.
And it still moves me because I see all these people just worshiping their hearts out. And now it's like, it's really sweet when they worship, just worship. But when they start worshiping to songs that you have written in the secret place, that you've written like with the desire that people would encounter the Lord through it, it moves my heart, and I always end up crying. Like I sung this song Amigo that it's part of, one of the first songs that I was able to kind of just start as singing solo, and I sung it and I like immediately cried. Like I just to hear all these people sing it out and kind of just love on the Lord through it. And I'm like, and then I see all these people, thousands of people, and I'm like, I don't know how you, sometimes I'm like, what are you doing, Lord? Like,
Literally.
I feel like I'm living a dream, and I feel like I'm living his dream. And I always say, I'm like, I'm living the dreams that the Lord like had for my life. But now all I want to do is take care of it. And so that's why I like love so much on Latin America in general. Wherever I go, I've been able to go to Mexico, Colombia, like all these places that I truly love, and the people there and the hunger that they have for Jesus. The hunger that they have for Jesus, it's desperate hunger.
Yeah.
Like they're desperate for more of the Lord. It's not, it's okay, I'm here.
Right.
No, it's like, no, I need to seek him. And I love that.
Oh, that's beautiful. Talk to me a little bit about that transition from Mav to the solo stuff. Was that a scary transition?
It was so scary. It was so scary.
No hesitation. I was terrified.
I think I tried to actually convince Nate. I'm like, bro, I don't want this group to fail. Like let's get the group together. Like, bro, I try to convince him so much.
He's behind the camera right
he's
now,
behind
nodding
the camera
his head.
because he remembers these conversations that I was telling him, like, bro, like, it's not that serious, bro. Like, yeah, it was serious.
It ain't that deep, bro.
It's not that deep, bro. Like, we're family, like, but no, he kept telling me, like, no, like, the Lord's calling us to do, like, our own thing, Karen. Like, and I hate to say he was right, but, but fast forward, he was right. I feel like the Lord was truly calling us to do something separate and different. And I think it was hard for me because there was just so much transition happening all at once. So there was, I had left my job a few months before. So I had left my job. The Lord was calling me to leave my job, and I felt so much peace about it, which is something so weird because I felt like I needed to see something every 2 weeks. And my husband was just doing real estate. So I'm like, if I leave, it's going to be two of us fully depending on the Lord.
Right,
Like, this is crazy. And I felt so much peace. And I had to, like, get clarity, confirmation, and I just felt peace about it. And so although I felt peace about it, in my mind at that time, I was like, well, I have Maverick, and things are just booming.
Right.
So it's going to be fine. So I started planning in my head, like, I'll leave my job, but at least I have Maverick.
Yep.
And then I left my job, and then the whole separation with Maverick happened, where they're like, we're just not gonna travel, do anything anymore. It's like, it's over. like a breakup. And I was like,
one thing I have.
Jesus, like, why didn't you tell me this before? Like, I would have stayed in my job. Like, and I'm like, man, what am I gonna do? So at that time, I had in my heart to do these worship nights. And at the same time, Nate had in his heart to do these worship nights. And we spoke about it one time. We're like, yeah, I've been really feeling to do this. And Nate's like, I've been really feeling like, I'm like, bro, we should just do it together. And we're like, okay, let's do it together. We're crazy. Now that I look back at it, like, we really had no followers. Like, we really did this worship night, like, just trusting the Lord. Like, the Lord really was on it, breathing on it. And so we're like, okay, let's do it. So we got a lot of headache through that experience.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we did it. We loved it. And then that was its own thing. And then at that time, right after, I got pregnant. So it was like fully like two people doing just ministry, Danny and I just doing ministry, and then we get pregnant. And then there's this transition of like, you're going to have to do an album, right? Because you're just singing Maverick Musica songs.
Right.
And so, yeah, I was traveling. I was pregnant. Then I had Luca. And then they're like, oh, we need to do this album. And so literally 3 months later, we recorded my first album.
Oh my God.
And it was just a lot of things happening at once, and a lot of like, I was scared because I'm like, I don't know, like, what about if like I can handle doing 1 or 2 songs in an album.
Right.
Now I have to do 7, 8, 9 songs.
Yep.
Like, how is that going to be received? Like, people are not going to like it. Like, I'm always down.
Yeah.
People look at me like, this girl's so confident. Yeah. No, like, I have to literally like tell like the Lord, please, like, guide me, help me. Like, I don't want to do anything out of my own will, but I want to do it with you, you know? And so, yeah, I said, let's do it. Let's record an album with no money. Like, we literally were, I stopped traveling a few months before having Luca, and then I wasn't traveling after I had Luca. So we were just taking out of our savings account.
Wow.
Like, independent artist, like, fully going on.
I was going to ask, so you're independent.
Super, yeah.
No label.
No label.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
And you're putting on this whole,
Just kidding, no. Any labels here watching? I'm just kidding. No. Obviously, I've gotten, opportunities and stuff and offers, but it's never been something that I've wanted to do, honestly, especially now where things are at. But I remember that time, it was just difficult. And I think I remember, I'm not going to name the group, but I had asked a group for some help, like, hey, like, I want to do this. I want to, is there any way you can help? And at that time, that specific group they were focusing on other artists and stuff like that. And honestly, if you really think about it, like, I was pregnant. I was off a group. Like, this girl's not going to do music. Yeah. Oh, brother.
Like, she's cooked.
Yeah, she's cooked. All right, she's cooked, and she's just going to be cooking for her baby. That's all she's going to do, bro.
That's all the cooking she's
that's all. Yes, bro. They were wrong. No, I was kidding. No, but, like, honestly, yeah, it really, now that I see, I'm like, man, like, there was just, anyone that looked at me would be like, oh, no, like, she's not going to do music. But, at that time, they're like, no, I'm so sorry. Like, we're just really focusing on some other artists, maybe later, and this and this and that. And I remember, it's so funny because I remember when I did release Amigo, the first song of the album, everyone started reaching out afterwards when they started to see how it was doing.
Unbelievable.
They're like, wow, like, we love you. We
Yeah,
believe in
yeah.
you. Those
You
people.
know that thing we said about
Yeah.
you're cooked?
Like, we really. Yeah.
No.
You still interested? And it was so funny because I'd be like,
No.
I said, actually, right now I'm good. And it felt good saying it, but I'm like, and I just think that the Lord was breathing on it, like recording this album. I think he really saw the sacrifice I was putting into it, and like my heart posture and just wanting to do it for him and just listening to him. And it's crazy because Amigo, the first song that I ever sung by myself solo, because everything with Maverick was just singing with someone else. Was what really popped off, and like people really like clung to, and it represented me so well as an artist, as a worship leader. And so that transition was really difficult, but I just feel like now that I see it and I go back, I'm like, wow, like the Lord's just so faithful. He was so faithful throughout it all, and continues to be faithful.
So much provision. It's crazy when you can, like, obviously they say hindsight's 20/20, whatever,
and albums are expensive. Like, they're not cheap, bro. They're so expensive. And especially if you have feature artists coming in, like, you have to buy all their flights. Some of them you have to pay, like, everything. You pay everything. Stage, lighting, all of this. So much money. And luckily, I've been able to be blessed with friends that, know how to do these things, that can help. Like, I had so many of my church friends like, hey, we got you, like, we'll help you, like, we'll find the cheapest stuff, like, we'll do this, we'll spend hours and hours on it. And some people don't even have that. Like, some people don't even have friend groups that can be like, hey, let's do this, let's make it happen, and let's dream together. And so I can't imagine, bro. I'm like, I got a good community.
I mean, that's just, I think, regardless of if you're trying to do something crazy or not, community is so important. Even just like for your personal growth and everything. Like, it's what's the saying? Like, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And I feel like just personally, career-wise, having that community is so important. And if you were to, obviously everybody who's watched the live recording would never think that was cheap. It looks amazing. But I feel like that's just, first of all, contributor from just the Lord orchestrating everything. Second of all, being surrounded by amazing people who are willing to help. And it's the more I hang around artists and whatnot and see the price tags on this stuff, it is crazy.
Brother, it's insane.
And I feel like maybe there might be some people watching who are like, they just see, how you are now and the travel and the success and whatever, but maybe have no idea what kind of sacrifice goes into it, financially, spiritually, outpouring, like all that stuff.
Like, I've gotten people message me and say, like, you have any advice for me? Like, I'm trying to be an artist, and like, I want to be successful like you, and like, I want to make it. Okay, you lost if you're trying to make it. Like, that's your first mistake.
I was literally gonna say, already coming into it with the wrong perspective.
First of all.
But I mean, in their defense, it's like, maybe deep down it's like, oh, this looks amazing, like, how can I do that? But I think it's amazing that you're shedding some light on, like, oh, I actually never wanted this. You know what I mean? I just heard from the Lord and I said yes to whatever he had for me. And then fast forward 5 years through a ton of ups and downs in life and all these small yeses that lead along the way. And, now we have this, Karen Espinosa artist, but it's not even really about that. Like, it's about creating language for people to communicate with the Father, from what it sounds like, what you're saying. Like, when you hear people sing songs that came from a secret place. It's
also like there's so much weight to it. Every time I get up on stage, altar, wherever I'm at, like, there's such a huge responsibility as the worship leader, as the artist, to kind of just bring people closer to Jesus. And like, that's why I always say, like, I love feeling super nervous before, like, I go up there and sing. Like, I never want to feel like, oh, I got this, like, it's just the same songs. Like, no, like, this is another opportunity I get to love on the Lord and bring people closer to Jesus. How can I do it to my best ability? Like, what can I do? And also, feeling super nervous before singing, it's like, okay, I'm truly depending on God at this moment. And I always say it, I'm like, Lord, like, I can't do this if you're not, like, I can't do it if you're not here. I can't do it if you don't lead me. I can't do it if people don't see you through me. Like, my main focus is, Lord, please, like, let them see you through me. Like, I don't want them to just, you know, see me and be like, oh my God, Karen. Like, no, I want them to be like, oh, Jesus, you know? And so, yeah, it's been crazy, like, this entire season that I've been in, and continuing to, you know, right now we just recorded our second album end of August, and like just seeing how that's been doing, and the feedback I've been getting, and continuing to find who I am as a worship leader and trying new things. Like, it's just been such a journey. And just to think, like, you know, the first song I ever recorded ever in my life, ever sung, that people were going to listen to was, you know, a Maverick song, Hermoso Dios, most beautiful in Spanish. And sometimes I look back at that girl, like, I've literally gone to that song, looked at her, I'm like, wow, like, you had no idea what the Lord was doing, like what he was planning. You were there super nervous, and probably people at that moment didn't like you. They maybe thought you were flowing too much, girl. But, like, you know, at that moment, I was able to meet some of my best friends there. And I feel like he knew what he was doing, you know, which is so funny. I always say, like, that's where I met, like, Nate in that same worship event. And I remember he was, like, leading the choir. We had a choir behind us.
No way.
And he was leading, and he's like, this is what we're gonna do. He was like 19, whatever. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go here, we're gonna go there, we're gonna sing this. And I said, oh, brother, I said I am never gonna be best friends with that guy. I'm never gonna be friends with him. Like, he's just too much. He's too much for me. And
Nate,
fast
do you
forward,
want to respond?
he's here.
Do you want to respond to that?
He's
at
here.
all,
He
or?
lets me.
All right, here, let's sub out here for a
Hold on a
second.
second.
Go ahead. Go ahead, respond.
Hello,
We're
everybody.
here. We're here because me and Karen got beef.
This is our therapy.
Wait. Where are you sitting? How about wait. So basically, nah, we
but
don't got
it's true
beef.
though, right? Like, that's what happened.
No, that isn't happening.
Yeah.
I actually
I'm
remember.
sure you thought the same about me.
Yeah.
No, unless you looked at me and said, this is going to be my best friend.
Well,
We're gonna go.
No, I don't think that happened.
Because
I'm holding this mad
the
weird.
reality of it is we're very different.
Yeah.
You know, we're very different.
Yeah,
I
we're very
feel really
different.
great worshiping with you, bro. You're pretty cool. But, like, we're very different
No, we are.
in a lot of things.
I feel like the people I'm closest to in my life are very different. than
Yeah.
me. Even JT.
That's a good thing.
He's like my best friend, but we couldn't be more different.
Yeah.
I'm a ghetto Puerto Rican from the Northeast. He's a Florida man from Clearwater.
Exactly.
So, but that is crazy. We all met when people don't know that.
No.
We all met.
I met
the
you
same
that
day
day
and
when
recorded the album.
Yes, which was so crazy because it's like I didn't know that some of these people would become such close friends of mine.
Yeah.
I thought it was it. Like, I thought I met all my friends already.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
'Cause I was in college. You met me my
You were
freshman
20 or
sophomore year in college.
19?
I had just turned 20. So I guess I had just started
I
my
had just
sophomore
turned
year.
25, bro.
That's crazy. I just turned 25
He
this
said that's
year.
crazy.
You old. Bro, we all met. That was insane.
Yeah.
Now we're watching each other have kids, like Johnny and Jasmine.
And we were never we were never in a song together for Maverick at all.
No,
Like, we
and that
never
actually
sung
really bothered
together.
me. Remember?
Once
Once we
said-
started getting close, we were
Yes.
like, why don't we do? Why
I
don't they have us on a song
remember I
together?
said, hey, like, we should. Why can you guys put me to sing a song with Nate, because like we've never sung a song together.
Aaron Moses was gatekeeping.
We love you,
We love
Aaron.
you, Aaron.
We love you. He knew what was coming.
Yeah, he saw you. He's like, yeah, I'm finna hop on this one with Carrie.
Actually, Rey Humilde, isn't it? No, Tu Amor No Tiene Fin was
That was the first one.
technically, bro.
Vuelvo a casa.
Yes.
/ Tu amor no tiene fin was the
Which
first song
I was
we
just
ever did.
supposed to do BGV there, but you know.
You drove up the day of
Yeah.
because I think Layla had to leave.
She couldn't make it.
And they were like, we got to do it. And I was like, bro. And I said, literally, can you guys call Karen? Have Karen come.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to do it alone.
Yeah. It was just crazy.
That's wild.
And that is, people to this day bring up that song all the time.
Yeah. Bro.
And then Rey Humilde came, and then that's when we did Rey Humilde. But
That's
other
crazy.
than that, we haven't.
Yeah, we did Vuelvo a casa, Tu amor no tiene fin. Then we went on the tour.
Yeah.
And that's where it, like, super locked in.
Yeah. It was so much fun.
We let a resting place first 7 before that.
Yes.
Tu amor no tiene fin, Vuelvo a casa, resting place. Then that's what kind of
And it always felt easy because sometimes when you're leading with someone else, you don't want to, you feel a certain way because you don't want to step on their toes.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know, like.
We flow so similarly,
But it was
though.
so easy. It's like, hey, you got something, release it. Hey, I got something, release it.
Because there's no ego, bro.
No.
It's when you feel division in worship, the division is usually ego.
Yeah.
Like if you know that someone that you're leading with, or even you, it could be you, and you're like, I want to sing right here because I feel like I need to sing or feel like I need to be more involved in this set. That is ego during your worship leading. That is not like you loving on the Lord well. And so I thank God that he checked me with my ego when I was young. And obviously he's done such a thing in you because we lead together so well. And it's not even a testament of ourselves. I thank God for killing our ego, for killing our pride. But, yeah. What I want to get on camera here is you agreeing to make an album together.
Oh, my.
We got all these songs together.
Guys, it's Nate. Nate is too busy to do an album with me.
I'm touring a lot.
He wants me to release 3 other albums before he decides.
I said 2.
Oh, okay, so he did say it. He did say
it. True or false? First off, I just want to apologize for not going to Latin America more with Karen because I'm helping out my church right now. We have a small worship team called Elevation Rhythm.
Yeah.
Small storefront church. Don't know if you've heard of Elevation. And then
because you took away my shame.
You're crazy. Sample that. But I've always wanted to do an album with Karen. I've always not just like songs. Just like, what if we did a whole project together?
Bro, and we brought in Aaron, Layla, Melody,
Johnny. Matter of fact,
bro.
What if we started a new group? I almost said something crazy.
Do not.
I could get this podcast canceled.
Please don't. Please don't.
Yo, shout out. Never mind. Okay, so
no, don't shout out.
No, we should do. I want to do a full
good.
project.
Yeah.
I just want to do music with my friends. I want to do a full project with Hinok. I want to do a full project with you.
I think it's beautiful.
I just did a full project with Jogs.
Yes.
Like that was like a friendship.
Yes.
El Espíritu was completely with Jogs.
Yeah. And I think
his chapstick was on the ground.
Yeah.
All right, I'm. Dream feature for you. Who is your dream feature in worship?
How about you say your dream feature, I say my dream feature at the very same time, and let's see if it connects. Ready?
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Marcos Brunet.
That's what we're talking about. People don't know we are really the same person. We didn't plan that. That's real, bro. Marcos, si tú estás viendo esto.
Hey, Marcos Brunet.
Nosotros te amamos,
We
siervo.
love you. Hey, sí, te amamos, porque no, he don't know English, right?
Sí, no. No, él practica inglés demasiado. Cuando él estaba en Dallas, estuvo ahí por, yo creo, como un mes entero.
Yeah, we love you, man. We honor you.
The whole Upper Room Toma Tu Lugar crew is just the best. We love them.
Beso Tus Pies is on my album.
That's going to be crazy.
Yeah. I'm barely singing. I'm crying so much in that song.
That song is you embodied. That and Aceite Nuevo.
You listen to it? How you know?
Because you told me.
Okay.
She thought everybody was leaking her stuff. Okay, I will say, I want to apologize because I go to all my friends' live recordings. And I didn't go to Karen's solely because we were in the middle of tour and I couldn't get out of it.
He was in Belgium.
Yeah, I was in Belgium with Rhythm.
Yeah.
But I still got to be a part of it in
recording.
spirit, which made me really happy.
Yeah.
Because I think
God. I feel very supported by you in that album.
I always want you guys to.
And you wrote in it. You wrote in it.
Yeah, I'm in.
Amen.
I love that song.
Yeah.
Amen. Is it Amen or is it Amen Amen?
Amen.
That's hard.
Amen is Edward Rivera. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
common denominator there.
What?
Because Aaron wrote on that song too.
Yeah, exactly.
Shout out Aaron.
Let me check the lyrics of that song
Edward.
then.
We should go check the lyrics.
Yeah.
We both leave. Okay.
I
have a question for you.
Go.
And then I'm going to give it back to JT because I'm getting unglued. What is a style of music that you haven't done yet as a worship leader / worship artist that you would want to do?
There's so many styles.
Like experimental, you get like, what is it? What's a song that you want to do that no one knows that you want to do? Like a style.
Like a style? What is that? What is that one that you say that I should do that I agree with you?
Bolero.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to see how I sound there.
You have such a cool voice. It's very textured.
Thank you, bro. That makes me feel
I'll just put you on my album for Chroma 2.
Let me know.
And then we'll do a joint worship album.
So the next 5 years, he has it planned.
Yeah.
He's like my manager.
It's a part of my mental disease.
At this point, yeah.
All right, I love you so much, bro.
I love you so much, King.
We're gonna do an album together. Oh, she shook on it. She shook on it. I love you so much.
Get off my podcast.
Come here.
Hey.
We were in Brussels together.
I love
I'm
Brussels.
literally wearing it right now.
Oh, I thought it meant like, okay, never mind.
Like Brussels sprouts?
Yeah, it's because I love Brussels sprouts.
Yeah. Do you?
Yes, it's delicious.
What is like?
Taking a picture.
He's taking a picture.
I love it.
What would be like your if you were on death row? What would be your last meal?
Brother, I love me a good cacio pepe.
What's that? You're gonna have to culture me here.
You're not Italian?
No,
Okay.
I'm like Polish or some crap. I don't know. That's why I'm so red.
It's like a pasta. It's like a spaghetti.
Oh.
And it has like this good like butter, cheese, pepper, Parmesan sauce.
That sounds amazing.
It's absolutely delicious.
Should we go get that for lunch after this?
Yes.
Is there any good Italian around here?
Elisabetta's on West Palm. That's where I go.
Oh shoot.
Delicious.
Do they have that dish there?
They do. I get it every time. It's a little
Showtime.
expensive, but
Yeah, it sounds a little expensive.
for just butter and
For just
pepper.
butter and pepper and some noodles.
yeah. No,
Okay,
yeah.
you're gonna get that.
I would do that.
Some are Brussels sprouts making the cut here? Or
no,
no,
because
it doesn't really go
at that
with
point you're dying.
Yeah.
So get what I'd get
You
all
love.
the carbs in the world.
Yeah, because
Cookies,
you don't have to worry about
ice
your
cream.
figure
'Cause at
anymore.
that, you're done.
Yeah, you're cooked.
Yeah, like you're
No, literally, yeah.
You know, this is gonna be so bad, but I regret this so much. But one time, like I used to be part of a youth group
Uh-huh.
where I would like lead them. Like I was the leader in the
Yeah.
youth group.
Okay.
I just want you to pay attention to that part.
Okay. Noted.
And I brought a whole bunch of youth together and I lined them up.
Yeah.
And it was like an exercise, an activity. Like I wanted them to be creative, to
Yeah.
think of different ways on how to do things and challenge themselves. So I said, hey, everybody, we're going to line up and we're going to just think about different ways how you can kill yourself. And so, and if someone uses a gun to kill themselves, then you're going to have to think about something else.
Are we hearing this right now?
Okay, guys, I was
This is your youth group?
I was 17. I was 17. Okay, I was 17, 18. I was like 19.
So you were in the youth
It was
group.
last year. I'm just kidding. No, I was literally leading them, but I wanted to teach them, like, hey, like, be creative. I just
Bro, what am I listening to right now?
okay.
You couldn't have done
As-
like a painting session or
I
something?
know it
to
was
be
like one of the
creative?
worst things ever because I never struggled with stuff,
Yeah.
like that.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I know exactly. what
I
you're
got
talking
sat down by the other leaders because they didn't know I was gonna do this, and he's like, "Karen, you can't do that."
about. Yeah.
And yeah, I stopped.
Seems maybe like
I
common sense, but
apologized.
maybe
You know what I mean?
yeah to the kids.
To the kids, and they're all
Wow.
doing fine. Last
Okay.
time I checked, they're all
Okay,
doing
good.
they're
Praise
all
God. I didn't
great.
know if anybody took that too serious or not.
Yeah. I was really
Jeez.
young. I had no idea. Yeah. So
Okay.
ever since then, I haven't been part of a youth group.
Right.
It
Well,
moved me.
that might make sense.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that at all.
Edit that out.
Oh no, that's staying in for sure. Wow. Okay. So that's how you
Yeah.
wanted to lead your creative leadership.
No, but I learned.
Um,
I'm no longer like that. You know,
Yeah.
It was 10 years ago.
That's true. That's
You know what
that's
I mean?
a lot.
10
lot
years
of time
ago,
to
guys.
grow.
It was 10 years ago.
Yeah, a lot of time to grow.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, speaking of creative exercises, you want a dove.
Oh my god. Very creative of me.
Yeah, very creative.
Bro,
of
so
you.
shocked. I
Were
was
you?
So shocked. Yes. Yes. It was for Amigo
Yeah. Oh, this. Okay.
for the
yeah.
first album and the first song I sung by myself ever. And I was like, there's just no way. And
Right.
I remember I was texting someone who I thought was going to win. And I was like, I'm so happy for you. Congratulations.
No.
And then all of a sudden, Amigo, Karen Espinosa. And I said, delete.
Delete. Not congratulations.
She
anymore.
texted me. I said, hey, there you No, I was honestly super shocked. And you know, I think that there was just so much going on with that. But like, after, I remember one thing that I felt that entire week was, hey, like, pray with the guys. Pray with the guys that you wrote it with. Who's my producer, Jadiel. His name's Jadiel. And then the other writer, his name's Henok. And they were there.
We love Hanok.
He's amazing. And they were both there, and they're like, I think you have a good chance, Karen. I said, I don't think so. And then when they did call my name and we went up and I spoke and kind of just gave a little bit about how, my life.
Yeah.
We got down and they're like rushing us to go to the next thing for pictures and this and that. And I immediately stopped. I said, no, we're stopping. I said, we need to give this to the Lord. Like I said, we need to pray. I've been feeling this in my heart this entire week. And this is why I've been feeling this. And I took both of them. I said, hey, like, let's just give it to him. Like, this is not us. This is not for us. This is cute. This is a great moment. We get to celebrate this as friends. But, like, this goes back to him. And, like, we did it. We prayed. We're like, Lord, like, this is all yours. Thank you. Like, what a beautiful thing it is to, like, write for you, write songs about you. And, yeah, it was such a sweet moment to kind of just experience that. And, like, having some of my friends call in and, I had some of my good friends. Nate called us. Melody called. Like, a few of our friends were like, oh, my God, yeah. So, like, it was just really sweet to kind of see your friends supporting you in that time because, sometimes, like, especially with this world that we live in, it's hard for, like, artists to support other artists. And it just becomes this, like, competition that there's no need for it. There's no need for that stuff because what the Lord has given you is completely different than what he's given me. And we get to bring that together and to glorify him, which is beautiful. But I remember just to kind of have the support of my friends, family, and stuff like that to just be like, hey, like, we're here with you. I felt good.
Yeah,
like,
that's
it really
amazing.
did. Yeah.
What do you and even just props to you for taking that moment because I know those things. It's so it's obviously programmed and things can move so fast and it's like you can get caught up in all that.
And at the same time, like you're like receiving this, and then on Instagram, it's like, what you guys are doing, blah, blah,
right?
blah,
I was gonna ask you about that because there was obviously like a little bit of controversy around the Doves this year. And, some people brought up some stuff like they weren't going to attend, whatever. Forrest Frank. No, that's my brother. I love you. But then, like, other people started getting involved, like Jelly Roll and, like, these
it was crazy,
bro. What is kind of, like, when you see that kind of stuff and you think about a Christian award show, like, what do you kind of think about all that?
I think it was just difficult because there was a moment where I'm like, should I even celebrate? Like, it's like, because I would go on Instagram and then you just see a bunch of stuff and a couple people that are friends kind of just using languages and stuff like, I have to mute my friends because Jesus flipped table in the same sentence. And it was kind of like weird to kind of see so many people say things and you're like, well, like, my heart is not like that. Like, I'm not seeking for an award, a trophy to validate me and say, what's going on? I like struggled for a quick second to be like, do I celebrate this? Like, what do I do? Like, but I was like, you know what? No, like, your heart, your like where you stand and kind of like celebrate it, you know what I mean? But don't let it become everything for you. It's okay to celebrate something, but don't let it become everything. But it was just so weird to see everybody like attacking each other, and I'm like, oh my God, like what do I do? But what can you do? Like, we're people, and like we're not gonna agree on everything, and there are things that sometimes I feel super uncomfortable. I get it, like there's like these showcases we do where we have to like we sing the songs and stuff like that, and so even with that, I'm like, I know that there's people there that are super important, but you're more important than all these. No offense, like, but Lord, you are more important. So as I sing this song, like, let it remain like that. Let my heart posture be like that. And, let me not conform to all these people or try to do something extra special just because I want to impress. I'm not trying to impress people. I'm just trying to be me, love the Lord, and just continue with what I'm doing, with what He has for me. So it was very interesting.
No,
very, very interesting.
Very
all the
interesting,
speeches, all the
all the
stuff was very interesting. But
no,
it's coming in, the award, in a few months.
No way. What does it look like?
It's a dove.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
It looks like a dove.
Checks out.
Like a gold dove. What does it look like?
Oh, that makes sense.
I'll
I've never
bring it
seen
over your
one.
house. I'll show you.
Yeah, thank you. Nate never brought one home, so you know
That's
what I mean?
because Nate won a Grammy.
Yeah, that's true.
He says, got
He's
it.
gone like this. You know what I think is so crazy is that they make you pay to get your thing, right?
Yeah, I know. They do. They make you pay.
That's crazy.
But we're super chill, guys.
Guys,
we
we're
really are just
super chill.
normal. We just love God.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Love God.
Yeah, we love ministry. We love that we get to do this. It's sweet. And I always tell Danny, I'm like, I am living in such a there was a time, like I think it was like 2016, 2017, where I was a college student, and we were just always having so much fun, all of us, our friends, and hanging out. And I look back at it, I'm like, that was such a sweet time, and I didn't know how sweet it was.
Yeah.
And so now I'm living this life, and I'm like, I just know that in the future, years down, I'm gonna look back at this, and I'm like, wow, that was such a beautiful time to live. Like, what a great time. And that's why I kind of like cherish every moment. Every time I travel somewhere, I cherish it. I'm in that plane flying like, I don't want to fly. But like, honestly, like when I'm there in these events and these worship nights, and when I get to meet people, I think that's the most important part. Like sometimes artists don't want to meet people. They just want to like sing their songs and leave. But I'm very intentional about meeting the people that are listening to your music and hearing them out and hearing their testimony, and just like, it moves me. It moves my heart. And so, yeah, bro, I'm just normal.
Just a normal gal.
Just a normal girl. There's nothing special about me.
So I just thought about this on the way here. You're the first girl I've ever had on the podcast.
Wow.
First female.
I feel honored.
Kind of crazy. No, I'm honored. Thank you for doing this.
Wow, this is crazy.
I know. So I always ask questions.
Won't be the only female.
No, won't be the only female for sure.
I got some people you can interview.
Yeah, please send them my way.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Just like interview for a podcast, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
No, I wasn't even thinking that.
So I guess maybe I hear just a lot of times from females who are friends, and maybe some that I've had on my past podcasts or whatever. This is applicable to anybody, but maybe since you're the first girl I've had on, you can speak to females in the sense of you were talking about when you were kind of starting this journey, kind of all the insecurities that were getting fed into, maybe from stuff people were saying or from just things that you felt inadequate in. And I feel like now comparison is so amplified because of social media, right? Like we just get to see people's highlight reels essentially, but we don't see any of the horrible stuff that's going on. So if you could maybe speak to a young girl who's maybe struggling with that insecurity, no matter what it is, if it's artistry or just anything in life.
Yeah, I think sometimes we spent so much time like talking to the Lord and telling him like, hey, like this is what I want, this is what I need, this is what I want, and we barely get to listen to what he says. And I remember like when I was just complaining, I feel like I was like, I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm not this. I just felt like the Lord was like, but have you listened to what I think? Like about you, like what I have said about you, you know? And it kind of hit me really hard because I spent so much time talking and not enough time listening to him. And when I started to listen to him and started to listen to about all the things he has to say about me, and then started to see it, I'm like, wow, I don't know why I didn't do it sooner, you know? And I think that that's the best thing you can do. Anyone that maybe struggles with, you know, thinking that they're not good enough to do something like this, or, you know, they're trying and it's just not working, like, listen to him. Like, what does he say? You know? And are you good with him maybe not taking you all the way to the nations and all that stuff? Like, you know, like sometimes we want the biggest things, so maybe the Lord doesn't want that. And is that going to affect your ego? You know what I mean? I always say, like, hey, if he shuts everything down, like, and I don't do this anymore, like, but I still have him, I want that to be enough forever. Like, he's enough. He's the prize. He's the gift. And I think that any girl that's listening and feels that, like, just begin to spend more time with the Lord. And I think that that's the best thing I was able to do. I think that that's what I learned. And now I walk confident because I listened to him. I walk confident knowing who I am, like what I'm doing, what is my assignment. Anytime I go somewhere, like what's the purpose? I walk in knowing because I listen to the Lord, and I decided to just walk on that. And so it's not always easy, you know what I mean? Like, you're human.
Of course.
So since you're human, there are going to be times where you're going to have to, like, check your heart. It happens. Like, sometimes I have to check my heart if I'm with other people or whatever. I have to check my heart and be like, hey, like, where are you at right now, Karen?
Yeah.
Like, you know? And so, yeah, I think that's the best thing, honestly.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And I love what you said, like, this could all be taken away. And if I still have Jesus, like, I'm okay. And I feel like with the people that God is kind of, like, elevating and influence right now, whether that's in the worship space or just any space, I feel like that's always their answer, is, like, literally this platform, yes, it's amazing. I'm so thankful for it. I'm trying to steward it to the best of my ability, but if it all gets taken away tomorrow, I still have Jesus, so I'm going to be all right. And I feel like that's the people that he chooses to use, you know what I mean, is through that humility, and like that, he is the prize at the end of the day. And for people maybe wondering, we were talking about this a little bit earlier, like, how can I be like Karen, you know what I mean? Like, I want to be successful, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you already started on the wrong foot with the question that you asked, you know what I mean? The real question is, how can we be more like Jesus? And then secondly, what do you want to do with my life, Lord? Mm-hmm. And I just want to say yes to that.
And whatever that looks like, as long as it's you.
For sure.
As long as it's your will and what you want. And I still to this day ask that. Like, what is it that you want? What does next year look like? What does this next album look like? Writing this next album, I was like, what do you want to say? Like, what is it that you want to say? I don't want to write, because you write an album, the first album, and then you're writing the second one, and then you hear voices like, oh boy, it needs to be better than the first. You know what I mean? Like, you know, people that are friends, that they mean well, but it's like, you know, I don't know if it's gonna compare to Amigo.
Right.
Like, I don't know if it's gonna hit those numbers.
Next Amigo?
Yeah, like, you hear so many, like, and in my heart, I'm like, I just want to write songs to move your heart, Lord, and like, I just want to, you know, besides the numbers and how I know all those things are super important. Like, I totally get it. I'm not gullible, you know, but I want him to be the main reason why I do it. And even writing that album, I'm like, Lord, like, okay, what is it that you want to say? Like, please, like, I can't write songs just to write them. Like, it needs to come from you. Like, you know, we wrote tons of songs. Like, we did 3 camps. We wrote a bunch of songs. There are like 30 songs that weren't used. But it's because a lot of people are like, you're so picky. I am. Actually, yes, thank you. I am picky. Like, I want to give the very, very best to the Lord. Yep. And I want it to make sense, and I want it to be right, and I want to be proud of my offering. I want to be like, this is my offering. This is my baby. Here it is, Lord. Yeah. And so we wrote a bunch of songs, and we got to record 9 of them, but it's just that, like, even that, I was very intentional on making sure that the Lord was backing it up. Yeah. You know? So, yeah.
No, it's beautiful. I like to ask this to all my guests that I have on. What, if you could go back in time to 16-year-old Karen, what would you tell her?
It's going to be all right, girl. You're going to be fine. You know, it's going to be fine. 16-year-old Karen had all these, 16-year-old Karen wanted to be a doctor, bro. 16-year-old Karen, like, just wanted to be okay in life, you know, and I would just tell her, just continue to trust on the Lord. You're doing good by trusting in God. Like, you know, stay pure, you know, you know, like, life is not always going to be easy, but if you're with the Lord, like you are right now, you're going to be fine. If you put him first, you're going to be fine. And even 16-year-old Karen was always so like, I would not go to high school parties, football games. 16-year-old Karen would go to church on Fridays and have her Bible and super like, the Lord, the Lord, the Lord. Like, Danny was my first official boyfriend.
No way.
Yeah, like, I was very much like, I just, the Lord, the Lord, the Lord, and whatever, and this and that. So I'm like, keep me, like, you know, like, and so, yeah, I would just say continue to do that, and you're going to see the Lord's hand over your life.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, before we wrap here, what can we look out for? What you got coming up?
So we just released 2 songs. It's all in Spanish. So
that's all right.
if you're trying to learn Spanish,
tap in.
tap
I'm
into.
gonna tap in.
Necesito
For sure.
a Cristo.
That's what it,
And
that's what the,
Pentecostés, yeah.
heck yeah.
Pentecostés and Necesito a Cristo just came out. And then I have a whole album coming out next year.
Let's go.
And a potential tour. So.
Showtime. You heard
City
it
near
here.
you.
City near you.
Very busy next year.
Hey, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Better to
that's
be
good.
busy than bored.
Exactly. That's what I always say, bro.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
You don't want to be sitting around.
Doing nothing.
Who wants to do that? I mean,
fishing.
Yeah.
Who wants to do that?
Well.
I'm just kidding.
I like to do that.
I know. That's why I said it.
Oh, man. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
No, thank
Seriously.
you.
I know this was, I mean, I literally talked to you yesterday. and
Yeah.
I was coming from Tampa, and I was like, well, actually, I talked to your manager.
I was
Your
at a
husband.
wedding, and Danny's like, oh, yeah, JT's going to come, and you're going to do a podcast. And I said, oh,
He didn't even ask you.
okay, yeah.
He said
Nate's
he-
like, you didn't ask? You didn't ask her? and I was like, okay,
Okay. All right.
let's
Sounds
do
good.
it. Okay.
Well,
Good.
thank you so much. I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it, too.
I'm glad you did. Nate, thanks for coming on for a
Thank
second,
you.
man.
He's always in everything I do, bro. Like,
Yeah, you
man,
can't get away from this
leave me
kid.
alone, bro. No, I'm just kidding. I love him. You, yeah. Vuelvo acá. Anyway. Yeah.
I would say that, but I'd butcher it, so I'm not gonna say that. Well,
Thank
you're the
you.
best.
Thank you.
I had so much fun. That was amazing.
Next time I can come and help you out with hosting.
Yeah. Well, maybe if we do a Nate episode, you could be the guest
Oh, yes,
host. You know what I
please.
mean? And then you guys, we could
Yes.
just roast him the entire time.
I would love that.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
It
You know
would be
they do
good.
those roasts, like those celebrity roasts.
Do they really?
You haven't seen those?
No. Is there a video?
Oh yeah, I'll show you some after this. It's
Yeah.
like Justin Bieber and like all these people just getting roasted and just like
Really?
going back and forth. It's like on TV.
Do they have a Christian?
That's what I'm thinking. I think we need to make that. And who hosts the Doves?
Oh, that one lady.
No,
Oh.
like what organization puts
I
on the
don't-
Doves? The
Oh,
GMA.
GMA does it. Okay.
Yeah, they can host it.
You think that would go well?
I
given
think so.
given what we just went through a few weeks ago.
I think it would go great. I
Not
think
very
it's what we all
godlike.
need.
No.
I think we all need
Maybe
it.
we all need
You
that.
know what I mean?
A little crying session. Being
Yeah,
roasted.
we just need to get it all out, squash the beef, and keep it pushing.
yeah,
In Jesus'
yeah.
name, you know what I
I'm
mean?
glad you have the answer.
Right.
You should
I
let
got
them
all
know.
the answers. You
Call
know what I
Forrest
mean?
Franklin.
Yeah. Forrest? Danny, are you starting your motorcycle out there? What's going on? All right, this episode's over.
Thank you guys for watching.